Hey guys, hope you are all having a great day. Things began moving up today, with the major benchmarks continuing their rally in a 5-day streak. Bulls were confident that today would be another massive win until Jerome Powell made some incredibly bearish statements that saw pretty much the entire market weaken. We are going to go over what was said, why it's important and what it means for us going forward. But before we start, let me quickly state that I am not a financial advisor, and that all content discussed in this channel is simply information gathered that I deem important for people to know, so that they can make informed decisions. All efforts are aimed to better understand the nature of the current market in anticipation of the greatest squeeze in financial history. Let's dive right in. As reported by the Wall Street Journal, the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell made a public statement that sent stocks dipping down. He said the central bank is prepared to raise interest rates in half percentage point steps and high enough to deliberately slow the economy if it concludes such steps are warranted to bring inflation down. He clarified that the Fed will be taking the necessary steps to ensure a return to price stability. The Fed had raised the benchmark interest rate to 0.25 percentage point last week, with a long-term goal of bringing inflation near 2.5%. However, it appears Jerome Powell thinks that a 0.25 percentage point will not be enough and that it needs to be more aggressive. We talked about this on a Sunday video 2 or 3 weeks ago while discussing the probability of getting a 0.25 or 0.5 percentage point interest rate hike. It now appears Jerome also thinks that a 0.25 percentage point is not enough, citing that the Fed is facing stressing uncertainty as it tries to navigate the aftereffects of a pandemic and the recent war in Ukraine. Now, it is important to keep in mind, he did not say they will be raising it 0.5 percentage point, but rather that they are very open to the idea, concluding that if they deem it necessary and appropriate to move more aggressively by raising the federal funds rate by more than 1/4 point at a future meeting, they will do so. He then dropped the bomb when he said, and I quote, "And if we determine that we need to tighten beyond common measures of neutral and into a more restrictive stance, we will do that as well." As a result of these sudden news, stocks began to fall today, giving up a lot of the gains they made last week. The S&P 500, NASDAQ and the Dow Jones Composite all traded lower after a very choppy session. There were not big announcements made from either of our two favorite stocks, GameStop and AMC. The Jerome Powell announcement was the only big development of importance that came out today, so let's now talk about today. The Fed submitted over $1.728 trillion in reverse repo operations today. Dark pool trades for AMC accounted for 50% of the total volume today, while dark pool trades for GameStop accounted for 55% of the total volume today. AMC had a larger amount of buy orders than sell orders, with GameStop also having a larger amount of buy orders than sell orders. Now, let's talk about performance. AMC had a bullish day, gaining under 1% for the Dow. AMC was insanely volatile today. It was climbing up during the pre-market, and once markets opened, the stock fell to 15.60, where it would then bounce up and run past 16.55. After this high, AMC fell down and began trading in an ascending triangle pattern. It was after the Jerome Powell news came out that AMC began selling off, falling as low as 15.28 at one point. It would bounce up to close at 15.86, below the VWAP. As for tomorrow, AMC will find support at 15.28, 14.70 and 14.40. Resistance will be met at 16.15, 16.60 and 17. GameStop had a bullish day, gaining over 3% for the day. GameStop was ascending for the entire day up until Jerome Powell made those hawkish statements and sent all stocks stumbling down. GameStop then fell back down to 93 before bouncing up and closing at 94.20, below the VWAP. GME will find support at 92, 85 and 83. Resistance will be met at 95, 99 and 102. I have a quick question. Do you guys like these short video formats? I'm doing these since there isn't a lot going on, so let me know if you like them. And that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you all so very much for making it to the end of the video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And most importantly, remember to come join my Discord. If you want to support this channel, I have a Patreon link in the description as well as some one-time donation links for Cash App and PayPal. Thank you again for being a part of this channel. I will continue striving for better content. Enjoy the rest of your day, keep on buying the dip into the moon.